everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are a little less than 20 miles from downtown Los Angeles at the StubHub Center in Carson. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And we get a look now at Phillip Rivers as he and the Chargers take the field. Rivers finished second in the NFL in passing yards behind Tom Brady in 2017. Over 4,000 yards, 9 of the last 10 years. And he went over 50,000 in the final game of the 2017 season.
Not bad. Man turned 36 in December. You'd think he'd be slowing down and saying, maybe this is it. He looks to me like a guy who wants to play a long time. The enthusiasm has not waned. The performance obviously has not. And very close, he had the Chargers to making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, and he was only sacked on 3% of his dropbacks this last year, fewest in the league.
That Bill Brady, he knows how to get rid of the ball, and he's also very strong in the pocket, can shrug off a few of those tackles as well.
Oh, fighting off the defender. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Last year for Keenan Allen, by the way, 102 receptions in 2017. Chargers record, he actually passed a running back with Danian Tomlinson, who had that record.
Yeah, running back in a Hall of Famer. Third in the NFL receiving yards with over 1,300, nearly 1,400 yards. Played only 9 games in the last 2 years, but here's why I really like him. Clutch on third down. Led the NFL in third down receptions.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
All right, here we go.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And now a first down following that long gain. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, so they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
Second and goal from the 5. Again, Gordon on second and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player, because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder, and now a front-line NFL back.
Third and goal for Rivers. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Novak out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Time to get a look at Joe Flacco as he and the Baltimore offense take the field. Now, Charles, I'm going to give you some negative numbers from this last year on Flacco, and then you give me your assessment of him. He had his fewest yards per game since his rookie year of 2008. And of the 12 quarterbacks who played all 16 games in 2017, his 18 touchdowns were the fewest. But he has hung around for a long time. What do you think of where he's at?
Well, I think that obviously the numbers are not what they're looking for. They did get better production in run game, though, this year. Alex Collins, who they picked up for this season, really provided a nice spark. And you know they're a run-first team. And when they get that, that usually makes Joe Flacco a better player. But remember, he's coming off of a knee injury the year before, trying to get back into form. I think that his better years are still ahead of him. I don't think it's all behind him at this point, but he does need to improve his numbers.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And again, it's Collins. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry, near the bottom of the league. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So they'll give a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. Here's Flacco. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take. Let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. Second down, Collins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Here's a 1st down run with Collins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Still 1st down.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Flacco looking middle and it's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Rivers now to throw on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A first down throw here for Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
First down, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Second down and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Rivers. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Final play of the half, Rivers. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Chargers are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Ravens just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. First and 10. Rivers is on target here, and he'll end up at the 35-yard line before being tackled. Chargers now later on the drive. Middle of the field, Rivers finding his mark, and it's going to be caught for the touchdown as they take a 7-0 lead. Chargers have it late in the first half. Phillip Rivers would find his mark in coverage, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown as they move out in front, 14-0.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go again with Collins. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A give right to Collins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
To throw, Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Open man, it's Allen. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, LA. Keenan Allen, 82 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Novak is on to attempt the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Novak out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And Watson has it right side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
They go pass again with Flacco. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First and 10 here for Flacco. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Once more, it's Flacco. And Watson has it right side. Oh, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A red zone 1st down for Flacco. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Flacco. That's complete right around the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
First and goal from the 8. Flacco from the gun. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Novak to tack on the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Novak out now to kick this one away. To return, here's Michael Campanero. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mike Wallace, 72 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. .70 seconds remain. This will be an onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a boot, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two running backs who are hoping for plenty of running lanes on the field today. It's the Cardinals going up against the Buccaneers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, first opened in 2006. Here's a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, as always, Charles Davis. And CD Larry highlighted a couple of running backs to keep an eye on here tonight. And I know you plan on doing just that.
I certainly do. Let's face it, we're all going to check in on the quarterbacks and see what they do. But the running back who can take over a game, who can impose his will on the opposite defense, oh, that guy, that's a guy worth watching because he can definitely change the fortunes of his team.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Tampa Bay's offense coming onto the field and being piloted by Jameis Winston. There's Jameis, and last year in 2017, highest QB rating in his 3-year career, highest passing yards per game. But the Bucs, they were 3-10 in his 13 starts.
Yeah, just didn't translate. Had to battle through some injuries as well. Still a major issue for him. Inopportune turnovers. His ability to take care of the football is what's going to fuel their rebirth and their rise if they're able to make a bounce back in 2018.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Jameis to throw it. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it's 3rd and 4. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
Jameis now on first down. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They go play action here on first down. And some space here. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Spotlight, please, and a little traveling music for Dayon Buchanan because he came into the league as a safety, a first-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals. Now he might as well just be known as an inside linebacker, even though he's undersized. Has a great ability to slip blockers and make big-time tackles.
He's been a West Coast guy through and through, born in the Bay Area, went to Washington State, now in Arizona. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. To throw, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So Arizona will get the ball here in just a moment. And in 2018 at that quarterback spot, Charles, they're going to have a big hole to fill in the desert because on January 2nd, Carson Palmer officially announcing his retirement. And Blaine Gabbert, Drew Stanton get some starts, but neither was particularly inspiring.
No, when you're talking about Carson Palmer and the way that they ran offense under then head coach Bruce Arians, they threw the ball downfield. And it shows up in Carson Palmer's records, right? 12th all-time in both passing yardage and touchdown passes. So they've got to find someone that'll be able to fling it downfield and continue to try and play that way.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Now it's Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
David Johnson's play has forced us to talk about him as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. Good size, so he can run inside and break through some tackles. Also has excellent speed, so he can get to the perimeter, turn the corner, and make it into a big gain. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both out of the backfield and in the slot back position in order to get downfield and catch the football.
On third down, Palmer. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the offense has it first and 10. Now Palmer. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
the penalty. It's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to take over is Tampa Bay's offense. And this is a Tampa Bay team, Charles, that in 2017, really, a lot of people's darlings coming into the year, and then they wound up being the only team in the NFC South not to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and part of it, only 27th in the league in rushing. And they thought they had a #1 running back in Doug Martin, who did not have a big year again in 2017. And last in the league in overall defense. So when you put that combo together, makes it hard to win the games you need to win, especially in a tough division like the NFC South.
First down, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd down following the incompletion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Burst by him near the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down throw for Winston. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
10 yards still left on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
On 3rd down, that's Barber. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Remain in a scoreless first half. More from the desert after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll have Larry Ridley's highlights, but points obviously hard to come by in this first half. Larry will be in Orlando with our halftime report in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, he and his staff, they're putting together nothing but defensive highlights from the first half, and there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned.
Fresh set of downs here, and on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. And he's got some space here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Nick Folk for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Folk out there now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Here's Palmer. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Second and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. So the offense lining up first and 10. Throwing again here, Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Palmer cool under pressure as he rallies his guys to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Palmer. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's third down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead. But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Palmer and the offense staying put. They're going to try for it on fourth down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, Any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Buccaneers and the Cardinals are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Late in the second, the connection is made in the middle of the field, and this goes 20 yards for the score as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Still late stages of the second. Smith's got to take down the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. So that'll do us from our EA Sports Studios. Now let's get you back out to Glendale as we check back in with Brandon Gott.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On first down, it's Palmer. It's complete to Jerome Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. Room here to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, it's Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd down following the run. Palmer now. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
First down carry here for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Throwing is Palmer. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The 2 old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
1st and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, that was a Deshaun Jackson special, wasn't it? Deep downfield for a big play. But truthfully, if he catches it short, he can turn it into a long gainer, can't he?
Just such a big play receiver last year. 17.9 yards per catch, and that was tied for the league lead.
He's going to open up the offense in a big way in Tampa.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Jameis on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Peters breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. That would have been big, would have broke our tie here in the 4th, but he couldn't stay in bounds.
And they worked so hard. All practice sessions, always working out, even in pregame, trying to get your feet down in bounds. unable to get that done on that play.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
I'm about to find out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, Palmer. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And now running right through it. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Out of the gun, Palmer. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll look to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. That's caught at the 2. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Johnson, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ryan Smith. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And some room to maneuver. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Winston to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And now a first down following that long gain. Now Winston. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Folk out there now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now is Palmer. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down, and it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now it's Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. One last shot for Palmer. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.